This is part 2 of LOI and PSA dates, and part 3 will probably be the beginning of errors. There's 6 days left. It is limited time, and the other one I think it was 10 days left. Oh yeah, 4 days. 4 days ago. Okay, so just to comply, and in the spirit of the disclaimer, all of the data herein contained or entered by me is entirely made up, and any similarities with real people, real persons, or addresses, or whatever, is purely coincidental. Here's the table of contents. The instructions proper start right below. And part of the explanation for the 800,000 plus Excel formulas in this file might be explained by the fact that I have been entering data for about 5 years. So that's part of the explanation. Okay. So let's see if we can pick up where we left off. Let's see. There was an error here somewhere when everything that can be done is done. In other words, the only things that are not done are the 4 enders. Of course, the date done. So there's actually 6 enders, but these happen to have a happy ending. So let's just verify 819. Check LOI. Check COVID. Looks good. Right up above. And again, 819. The deadlines, so many of them, the same are intentional, of course, to make it easier for what comes at last. The LOI looks good. COVID looks good. Let's go to the first closing date. It's a happy ending. 9/13. LOI looks good. Oh, it looks good. Go back to PSA. Let's see. Let's cancel it first. Nine two. Excuse me. Open PSA. And finally, let's close the deal here. And the other side, LOI. Why not? PSA looks good. COVID looks good. Okay. So that covers that much. That part anyway. The second part was what? Oh yeah, the errors with COVID. Okay, so these 4 items obviously are done above. So let's see the addendum. Closing date remains unchanged and the errors have been done. And no, it doesn't print out in color, it prints out in black and white. So in order to see the difference, let's go back to dates. If we just add a number on the left-hand side column for days, what the addendum is going to tell us is an additional 10 days. If, however, instead of the 10, we put in the date here, right? We put in 9/23. And then we go to the addendum, it's just going to tell us until, not the number of days. And that is a difference. So let's do all the others. Financing extension, inspection, cure period. And we can't get rid of title review unless service contracts. That's out of the instructions, but anyway. Okay, so let's see what we have now. Now we can let's do away with this guy and go back to, let's put in 9, 8, 7, and 6. So we go to the addendum, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay, so we do get the additionals. Now, I don't know, maybe somebody wants to do staggered 23 September. 23 September. Whoops, I said no errors. Anyway. And addendum just says until. Okay, so let's clear our COVID for the time being. Oh man, by the way, everything here, all the input goes gray the minute anything is entered in the addendum. That's where they are grayed out. Okay, I had mentioned that. What was next? Oh yeah, the support documents. This is due diligence. It says it has 54 items. 14 have been checked off, and 9 in this due diligence checklist. And of course, it's tied in to Schedule 1, right? Schedule 1 says 5 in this Schedule 1 out of the 14. So let's take one off. And now we have 13 of 14, 4 in this. And the same here. 13, 54, now we have 12, and we only have 8. Okay, the other support documents, well, there's no interaction with it, just information, but it's there. And last support document, so to speak, is the index, right? And it tells you how to get to each article, and it's a good thing to read whatever you're signing, not just leave it up to your attorney. But in any case, that covers that. What was next? Oh yeah, printing. Let's see. We opened the template folder, right? Just do them in order, I guess. The COVID template. Let's do COVID first. Well, we're going to have to add something to COVID just to make it worthwhile. Didn't know it'd take that long. There it is. So we go, no. We go back to, and we go to the addendum. Right? Addendum. Copy paste. And we go to our template. Let me just say paste. After we paste it, we didn't even look at it. We immediately go to view. We go to macros. We say view macros. And we ask it to run. Okay. And that formats whatever it has to format, boldens whatever it has to bolden, etc. But you never save the template. You always save it as something else. Okay, keep that in mind. And when you save it as a document, not as a macros enabled document. You don't want to be sending macros enabled legal documents anywhere. So let's just put it in the same folder. And let's just call it test. And remember, save it as a document. And it'll ask you again to verify. already existed. Something went wrong. Okay, there it is. Format and everything, and this is the one you want to send. So let's close this guy. Let's say finish. And let's see what's the next one up. The next one up is critical dates. This is taking way too long. There might be a problem that the macros might get confused with one another because they're very similar. The word macros, I mean. Oh, by the way, I said I had Office 360. It's 365. Now that I remember. Well, this is too slow. But there it is. Then we go back to our LOI and PSA dates. And we go to critical dates. This is taking too long. There we go. Let me just say copy to paste. We go back to our document. And we just say paste. And after paste, we do the same thing. I don't think I'm going to do all of them. This is way too slow. We go to view. We go to macros. View macros, and this one doesn't run. I mean, this one runs. So, but I'm on critical dates and I'm not supposed to save it. So then you say file, save as. I think I'm going to leave it at 2 documents. Taking forever with the software. Let's call it test. And we want to make sure we save it as a document. We say save. It's going to ask us again. Say yes, yes, yes. And we just close that. And we come back and say finish. Anyway, we can do the same with all the other documents that are copyable. This one's like 24 pages. With the recording video, it'd probably take a couple of minutes. At least I know I'm not going to do that. So, what's next? What's next? What's next? Oh yeah, the expirations. Expirations. Let's leave the COVID addendum empty. It's easier. Let's see, what is the shortest we have? Well, first of all, we have to undo everything. If it's done, it won't expire, of course. So let's undo that guy. You're not done anymore. Neither are you. Neither are you. And up here, who's done? You're done. Not anymore. Not anymore. Okay. So let's see what the nearest one is. 11. 11. And we have 8 days. Let's shorten that. Let's leave alone the ones that are represented in both documents, because that would be an error, and we're not making errors yet. So let's see. 11. Let's knock it down to 2. Well, we have 7 days here. Let's have 2 days here. Let's have 2 days here. Whoa. Oh, that one can't be though. Okay. Anyway, that's something to look into. Let's leave it there. And we can't change any of these without creating havoc down here. So we're going to leave it there. And what we're going to do is we're going to move up the dates. How many was it? 7. So let's go to 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should have 1 day left. We do have 1 day left. And all the others are way above. Now, as far as the expiring, if any of the 4 enders expires, it just continues as if anything else. But if anything else in the contract and the PSA expires, well, you don't have a contract anymore. Okay? So, one more. And let's see the message. There we go. We have 1 deadline today. So, let's expire that guy. And of course, we have no more PSA. Right? I mean, we have no more PSA in the documents. I mean, everything's grayed out in the documents. Something expired, you're toast. Well, not you, I mean the program. And of course, in the cover page, it also tells you one item expired, and that's enough to expire it. Now let's see where the next one is. 10 days, 6 days. Let's do the 6 days. Those are the 2 closest ones. In other words, at this point, you can pretty much just delete everything and start anew. But let's expire something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 2 are ready to go. Let's make them. They're due today. Two deadlines today. Let's just do the 4. That's not too far away. Okay. 4 more. Actually, 3 more. 1, 2, 3. 1 day. We're going to expire all over the place. 1 deadline today. Missed that guy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. We better have 4 tomorrow. Deadline. 3. 1, 2, 3. I missed one somewhere. Okay, so basically those are the expirations. We can bring it back to today. Let's bring it back to today to see what's going on. Or, well, look, something expired yet? Yes, item expired. If we go ahead and say close it, or we want to go back to where we were, you say cancel, you say begin again. No. You close it and don't save it. That's what you do. You close it and don't save. Been a long night. Okay, so we go back to it. We open it. And nothing expired, no harm done. We're back to where we started from. Almost rhymed. That's pretty much it. That's what it does. That's what it meant to do. And it still needs a little bit of touch-ups here and there, but it's there. 5 years, almost 5 years. By the way, just the 10 variables in the addendum quadrupled the number of connectivity points between input data. And when it opens, first it makes sure that you want to begin. So, still not there. That's where we saved it. So we're back. Nothing expired. Everybody's happy. A bunch of things are closed, I think. Yep, still. And that's what it does. Again, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Have a great week.